And that's a projected finishing time of 26:53. It would be ideal if he could get a little bit of assistance here, but this is his choice to push on hard like this out in front, using that half marathon strength. The strange thing is that that gap between him and this quartet hasn't grown. One man out in front, the pack of four trying to run him down, or at least live with this tempo he's dictating at the moment. Birhanu Balew there to the right of this front pairing, and Rodrigo Crisera is there just in the front now of this chasing quartet. He's got a small beard. He was third here last year in 27:07. Crisera, and he is in fabulous form. Remember, said he won that Prague half marathon 3 weeks ago in 58:54 with a sprint, a perfectly timed sprint, and he has got good speed. Crisera, 13:04 for 5,000. So the 5K split is significant. That's coming up in less than a minute's time. The pace has been pretty solid. Not super consistent, but it's consistent enough. It's gone 2:42, 2:38, 2:44, 2:41. And what's this fifth kilometre going to be? They'll be looking here for something around 13:30 at 5K. And Crisera, of this, what was a quartet, have they dropped somebody? Yes, they have. 3 now in the chasing group, and they will not let Gemechu Diriba build a gap. They're staying all the time, that sort of 20 yards, 20 meters or so behind him. Maybe it's 20, 25 meters. I don't know if it's growing or not. But looking for that 5K split now. And it looks like they've gone through 5K in 13:29. That is super quick. Sub-27 tempo. Obviously, a projected finishing time of 26:57, 26:58, certainly below 28 minutes. But somebody else surely is going to have to help Diriba out there in front make this tempo right. Don't think the world record is in sight. Kipruto's 26:24 in Valencia back in 2020 was extraordinary. In Valencia, of course, one of those Spanish cities like Castellón and Barcelona and one or two others that are producing super fast times year after year now, race after race. Conditions down in the Mediterranean countries are so often ideal. Not in the full height of the summer, but in the winter months when Northern Europe is freezing. Down in Southern Europe, you still get those lovely days of between 10 and 15 degrees centigrade, and on flat courses with little wind, conditions couldn't be much better. The crowd building quite significantly down around the finish area here as Diriba pushes on. Nearly 15 minutes on the clock now. That 5K split, 13:29, very promising. If they can wind it up here, start racing and maybe go quicker through the second half, we could see significantly under 27 minutes. I don't know if Ronix Kipruto's meeting record is under threat. I don't think so. 26:42, probably beyond them after that 5K split. That was back in 2021. But the racing is quite superb at the moment. Still, Diriba out in front, leading the tempo. No change, single file now more or less because of this aggressive running from the Ethiopian. We understand Diriba, the leader here, had stomach problems last night, and yet it doesn't look like it to me. He's running superbly. What would he be doing if he didn't have stomach problems last night? That's the question. He's sticking to his game plan though, isn't he? This is the sort of tactic that you think about for days, maybe weeks before a race. You want to run aggressively. You want to make sure the tempo is really fast and honest. And if others want to go with him, be up alongside him, that's fine, that's up to them. But he's making it very, very tough for them. 2:44 for that 6th kilometre. Same time as the 3rd kilometre. Quizera still looks the keenest for me. Rodrigo Quizera still looks the keenest of those in the chasing pack to go with Gemechu Dida. He's doing the aggressive running. The others are behind him, hanging onto him now. But this is the 3rd quarter of the race, and psychologically, this is absolutely critical. This is the toughest part of the race. Through the first half, you're reasonably fresh. You should be running within yourself. In the final quarter, the last lap and a half or so, you will be sort of psychologically aware that the finish is within sight, that you can really give 100%. This 3rd quarter of the race is the toughest because it's the one where you're tired, the finish is still a long way away, and these questions keep creeping into your mind. But Rodrigo Quizera, well, after that Prague half marathon win 3 weeks back and his 3rd place here last year, he knows this circuit. Indeed, he was 3rd here in the 5K back in 2023. He's finished 3rd on each of the last 3 times he's raced here. He was 3rd in 22 in the 10K, 3rd in the 5K in 23, 3rd last year in the 10K. So Quizera pushing hard here. I would imagine in the back of his mind he's thinking, I will not be 3rd again. I will not be 3rd again. I want to be better than that. But first is a tall order at the moment because Gemechu Dida has been punching out a super fast tempo, and I'm just trying to see where he is because those 3 now are right behind the timing vehicle. I'm wondering if he's dropped out, actually. So here are the trio leading, and I'm just trying to see where Gemechu, he's back with them now. They have sucked him in. Yeah, he's at the back of this trio, and he has eased back on the throttle. He'd worked so hard for some 15 minutes out in front on his own, and he must have eased back in this latest kilometre. We're in this 7th kilometre now. That last kilometre, 2:44 again. It has slowed a little bit. He projected finishing time 27:03 still. But Gemechu there is 3rd from left. Rodrigo Quizera 2nd to left. And now
so here they are.
We've got 5 in it. They come past us
athletes
very shortly at the finish line. There is Gemechu, Rodrigo Quizera, Birhanu it is, who's in 3rd place. And they're actually on the point of lapping athletes now. Such is the speed they're moving at, these men. They come through in front of us, 2 laps to go. The lead vehicle, there you see it with a camera on it, shows them the time of their last kilometre. A camera on it shows them the time of their last kilometre, and it shows them their projected time, so they're constantly getting loads of information. 5 fellas in it, big gap behind them, and anybody's race now. It doesn't look like it's going to be a world record. It doesn't look like it's going to be a meeting record. It will be a course record in effect because this is an adjusted circuit. So on a new circuit, this is a course record, but it matters not. The most important thing here now is that you've got 5 men moving at about 27-minute tempo, super fast, and a brilliant race building. Rodrigo Quizera to the left of picture. Some people would be putting money on him. He was 3rd here last year. He's Mr. Consistent, my notes say beside his name. And we know he's in wonderful form. He's produced great performances, 3rd places over 5K and 10K here. This is his 4th consecutive year racing in Herzogenaurach. Now, Nicholas Kipkore-Kimeli hits the front for the first time. He is the fastest in the field with that 26.51 in Brasov, Romania, 3 years ago. He is the defending champion. And has he timed this one perfectly as they go into the last lap and a half? He won last year in 27.05. And we're looking for that 8K split now. I don't think I missed it. It'll come up very shortly. In fact, the 8K has just gone by. And unofficially, it looks like 21.52 at 8K. That's 5 miles, by the way, a little bit quicker than the traffic in your local big city. 2:44 for that kilometre, the 8th kilometre. So they have slowed a little bit. 5K was reached in 13:29 with Gemichu Diriba out in front. Then he began to tire in the last 3 kilometres, each of them, the 6th, 7th, 8th kilometres have been 2:44 per split. And we have a fabulous race building now. He set it up so well, did Gemichu Diriba. But is he going to get a reward for that early front-running aggression? Nicholas Kipkore-Kimeli, second in the Prefontaine 10,000 meters last year in Eugene, Oregon, that big track gathering every year. He ran 26.50 there, a personal best, but he had a disappointing Olympics, did Nicholas Kipkore-Kimeli. Only 14th in Paris last summer, over 10,000 meters. He produced a great run in the autumn. He was third in the Delhi half marathon in 59.59. 60 minutes, the benchmark of world-class racing these days. On the over the half marathon distance, he was 4th in the world cross country in Belgrade last year. He's fabulous in all services. He's the complete runner, is Nicholas Kimeli. Great on track, road, and country. And for me, that means so much. They come down past us now with 1 lap to go, about 23:35 on the clock as they go through the final circuit coming. 7 full laps they had to complete with the first 2/3 of a lap. So they've got about 1,200 meters to go, about 3 minutes to run. And it is going to be very close to 27 minutes. It would be lovely to see them go on to 27 minutes again here today. In history, 25 men have broken 27 minutes on the road. 13 of them Kenyans, 5 of them Ethiopians, 2 Ugandans. You can understand from those stats the dominance of the East Africans. We're on the final circuit now, and it's still Kwizera at the front. The bearded Burundian leading now, and these 3 beginning to get away. And the early leader, Gemichu Diriba, is one of the 3. And Nicholas Kipkore-Kimeli is just to the right there of this group. He's latched onto them, but is he struggling to stay with them? This is now becoming a tactical final lap, because 4 with about 800 meters to run. 2 laps of the track outdoors, if you want to put it in stadium athletics terms. And Nicholas Kipkore-Kimeli there. Towards the back of the group, is he struggling? Rodrigo Kwizera, we know he's in fabulous form. Remember that sprint finish to win the Prague half marathon 3 weeks ago. Very soon they'll take the final right-hand turn and come into the new finishing straight, 180 meters long, dead straight towards the finish line. We'll get a wonderful view of it, and it does look like Kipkore-Kimeli is losing ground on this trio. He's back in 4th place. They've got about 400 meters to run, 25.5 minutes on the clock, maybe slightly more than that. Gemichu, you sort of want him to win, don't you? Your heart wants him to win because he made the early running. He led through 5K in 13:29, did so much of the early work. But Birhanu will be a real danger here, the 29-year-old Bahrainian. Don't forget him, he's a 26.57 performer. He won the 5K here 2 years ago. He was 3rd here last year in the 5K, the former Ethiopian. And we're back to 4. And now Nicholas Kipkore-Kimeli to the right there. Looks like he's got his sprint on. They haven't yet entered the finishing straight. And Birhanu kicks hard, the Bahrainian. On his day, my notes say he can beat anyone, and he may do that here today in Herzogenaurach. What a sprint from him. Here he goes. The final turn into the finishing straight, and he's timed that to perfection. He has the finish line in sight. Birhanu Balew of Bahrain kicks for the line, and he's away, and surely they're not going to get back to him now. Gemechu in second, ADIZERO in third, punching towards the line here, pushing really hard. He's going to take this one by a small margin, and look at the clock. It is going to be quick. It's going to be way, way below 27 minutes. 26:48, 49, 27 under 26 minutes there. 26:53 by this man. Absolutely superb. That quite possibly is the in the top 10 fastest times in history. It makes him about the 10th fastest man in history. Wow. Brilliant racing, brilliantly fast racing here to kick off the day at this 5th edition of the ADIZERO Road to Records 2025. Incredible finish. I don't think there's ever been a mass finish of 4 men coming way under 27 minutes like that in history. I think that was the greatest mass finish in a 10K there's ever been. That was just supreme. There it is, confirmation of the win for the Bahrainian, 26:54. The first 3 on the same time. Deriba, the only leader, in second. ADIZERO in third.